Sup, you fools! Roy and Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Day 2 for us, but day 6, I believe, overall of rehearsals. Second individual rehearsals, Georgia, Circus Mircus. I think we can all say, whatever you may think of the song, it's a unique piece. The question is, were they able to come up with the staging that was worthy of its uniqueness? Let's talk about this. Roy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I love this song. It is super unique, like you said. And this is, I think, in the second semifinal so far, the song that has been heard by the sun being flipped around the most. It really would have looked absolutely amazing if it were to be flipped around, because you have these psychedelic kind of imagery. You have like mouths all over the place on the LED that you can see. And if you were to have that fully on the screen and like fill the entire stage, that would have been really visually stunning. Right now, it is still really well done. I think they work around it as best as they can. It does work a bit of an issue with their clothing and their outfits, perhaps, because it is a bit darker, of course, in the background. So their clothing are a bit more drowned out, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult to see them, really, which is a bit unfortunate. Besides that, though, I think their entire concept is really, really awesome. You have the LED floor that they focus on a lot right now that has absolutely amazing, stunning colors, and they have a lot of cool visuals on there, like an eye twitching around all the time. You have a lot of like the psychedelic, and you really get sucked into like a hypnotic world nearly. And then there's the absolute coolest thing about this staging. One of the guys is playing an instrument and he's cranking it the entire time. It's like a box. And then halfway through the song or something like that, that box opens up. And what is inside of that box? It is Circus Mircus. The entire band is like little puppets in that box. And it is such a cool moment. Like literally, we three were sitting here, Melanie, me, and Sean, and we looked at the screen like, what is that? That is so cool. And yeah, it is such an awesome moment. So they did the best they can to work around the issue, I guess. And yeah, it looked very cool. I'm satisfied.
Yeah, you did a good job explaining everything, so I didn't have to add much to this. I was the one, actually, Con and I disagreed a little bit on live stream earlier, but everything you said is absolutely right. And the thing that bothers me so much is because of the sun. I think just as in dark, the singers, the drummer, they're all just so dark, and they have cool outfits. Everyone has such a unique character on there, and I wish there would be put in a better spotlight. And since it's a little darker, it's hard to see them sometimes, or certainly not as well as I would wanted them to, because it's just like this, that guy looks cool. Oh, he looks awesome too. What's wrong with him? You know, it's just that kind of moment that gets lost a little bit there. And that is the biggest drawback right now. And other than that, I agree with everything also you said, Roy. It's just that quirky, like, what is this going on? No matter what you think about the song, you will remember it. Even if you don't remember the words or the message, you just say, you know, that it'll stay with you. And I think the quirkiness almost that the lead singer brings, because he does weird hand gestures and all of that stuff, just really adds to this very strong, unique personality that the song really brings along. I love the guy who I was called the Jack in the Box. It's not really Jack in the Box because come in the front, but you get me. He does this all the time. I love him particularly. He has a very serious look and is so intense, and I'm all about that. So they all have the drummer wearing a weird face mask thing, not like the COVID face mask, but you know, a whole face cover, and they're all just unique characters that I wish there would be stand out more, having more of a brighter staging there. And that was my concern overall. But then everything else, the lights, the backdrops, so pretty. And yes, it is such a shame we don't have the sun for them, because they are really, really hurt by that. That's one of the ones where you just, when they zoom out, it seems awkward. The thing, because there's like this really bright pink or yellow backdrop, and then this bridge, right, they're covering it. And it just doesn't feel right. And that is unfortunate. And that has maybe a slight bigger impact on everything else as well that I just pointed out. But other than that, I think the staging is just great. It's just great. The energy is right, the quirkiness, everything about it. And I hope people and Eurovision fans will give this some love, because it absolutely deserves it. I think it's just such a fun song in the running, and we need more music like that at the contest. And Georgia, job well done. I know you had a roller coaster with good and staging, bad staging, mess staging. This year, I think, in my opinion, you are more up there because you did what you had to, and some of the things are out of your control. And that's unfortunate. But nevertheless, fantastic job. Well done. And Roy, in terms of fixing, you kind of mentioned something before.
I mean, the fixing is really just the lighting. Maybe make it a little bit more brighter so that the characters stand out a bit more. I'm not sure how far they can go with that because you also don't want to drown them out with light, of course. But they do need to fix that a little bit to make them shine more because they are such awesome and intriguing characters. And you also have like little Jack in the Box moment. They worked with 3 different ways of lighting that up a little bit. They need to pick out what looks best. I think the second run through was maybe the best because you could still see them and they weren't like complete shadows, but it also looked a bit more like spookier than the first one when you saw like the full puppets there. So a few camera shots here and there that could be a little bit polished up, and maybe the lighting in those shots where you can really like you only have the character and the black background, then it gets drowned out a little bit. So maybe get a bit more light in those moments as well. But for the rest, looks pretty good.
Yep, that's exactly. I sound like a broken record. I'm not expecting to put like the big spotlight on each one with it super bright. Just, I don't know, have someone with a tiny little flashlight stand there. Just give me a little bit more light so we can see them and appreciate the awesomeness of their outfits and their looks. Because they're basically a prop to me in some ways as well, because they all have a reason why they're dressed the way they did. They're all just unique characters, and I love them for it. And I want to see more of that. And hopefully they can fix that. And since we cannot fix the sun, I think that's the biggest thing that they need to work on. Other than that, job well done, Georgia. Both Roy and I clearly are very happy. It's still scary to me that we agree so much this year, and but again, that's maybe a good thing. He's learning from me. He's learning from my good taste, or vice versa. Who knows?
Yes.
Leave your thoughts below in the comments once you've watched the clip on YouTube, and see. Let us know what your thoughts are. We'll see you in the next video.